Alright, buckle up because we're about to blow the lid off a massive fitness lie that you've probably been fed your entire life. You've been told again and again that cardio is the holy grail of fat loss. But guess what? You've been hoodwinked. And I'm here to show you exactly why. So, let's talk about that treadmill you've been sacrificing your sanity for, running in place like a hamster on speed, thinking you're melting fat. Spoiler alert, you're not. Picture this. You've just finished your 45-minute run, looking like you've been chased by a pack of rabid dogs. You're panting, drenched in sweat, and then you step off the treadmill. Your body is screaming, your knees are about to retire, but what's your reward? A handful of calories burned, a tiny dent in that giant mountain of fat you've been trying to lose. And to add insult to injury, your scale, it's mocking you. Fat loss? Nope, it's not that easy. Now don't get me wrong, cardio does burn calories. I'm not trying to say it's useless. If you're doing cardio for heart health, sure, go for it. But when it comes to burning fat, it's a different beast. So let's talk about what's really going on. Here's the thing. You're stuck in a vicious cycle of endless cardio, hoping that all those miles will magically melt off the fat. But here's what they're not telling you in those shiny fitness ads. Cardio won't fix your metabolism. It won't change your body composition. And it sure as hell won't spot reduce the areas where you want to lose fat. So what exactly are you burning with all that cardio? Let's just say it's mostly muscle. And who wants to lose muscle? Spoiler alert, not you. You want to look toned, strong, and, well, not like a bag of bones. Let me fix that. Instead of hammering out hours of cardio, let's talk about the real way to burn fat, building muscle. Now I can already hear you groaning, but I don't want to look like a bodybuilder. Calm down, it's not about bulking up like you're about to step on stage at Mr. Olympia. It's about getting that lean, toned, athletic look. Muscle burns more calories at rest. It's the gift that keeps on giving. But here's the kicker, lifting weights or doing resistance training. It doesn't just burn calories while you're working out. It keeps you burning fat for hours after you've finished. And you get to feel like a total badass doing it. I mean, who doesn't want to feel like they're crushing it with every squat or deadlift, right? Let's be real. You've been dragging yourself to the gym, dreading that next round of burpees and sprints, hoping for a magical fat loss solution. You might have dropped a couple of pounds. But where did they go? Probably your muscles, not your fat. And that's the real tragedy. Now let's be clear about one thing. Cardio has its place. If you love running, great. If you're doing cardio because you enjoy it, even better. But don't fool yourself into thinking it's your golden ticket to burning fat. I mean, come on, unless you're an elite athlete training for a marathon, cardio just isn't the best fat loss strategy. You've been lied to. It's like they've convinced you that cardio is the magic potion, when in reality, it's like the equivalent of taking a fire extinguisher and spraying it on a tiny candle flame. Just unnecessary, and totally not the right tool. But here's the twist. Building muscle does burn fat. It's not a myth. So stop pretending like running in place for an hour is your one-way ticket to fat loss. You're just running in circles, literally. It's like putting a band-aid on a broken leg and hoping for a miracle. You need to fix the core problem, and that's building a body that burns fat naturally by adding muscle. Let's get into the real nitty-gritty of fat loss. Muscle increases your metabolic rate. The more muscle you have, the higher your calorie burn, even while you're binge-watching Netflix. I mean, who doesn't want to burn fat while eating pizza and laughing at YouTube videos? That's the dream. Now, let's talk about the myth of the fat-burning zone. Oh yes, I'm going there. They've told you that you have to be in this magical fat-burning zone to maximize fat loss. So what do? You painstakingly keep your heart rate in that sweet spot where you're sweating like you're about to die, but you're burning fat, right? Wrong. Here's the cold, hard truth. The fat-burning zone is not what they say it is. It's a trap. It's like telling you that eating cake in moderation is good for your health. The fat-burning zone is an illusion. Sure, it burns fat in the moment, but you're also burning precious muscle. So, what have you really gained after all that effort? A temporarily smaller waist and a whole lot of muscle loss. Let me hit you with some science. At the end of the day, fat loss is not about your heart rate. It's about the calories in versus calories out equation. So, if you're still thinking that endless cardio is the only way to burn fat, I'm sorry to break it to you. You're stuck on an old and busted treadmill, and we need to get you off it, like yesterday. Now let's dive into some of the biggest mistakes people make while chasing fat loss through cardio. You've probably been there. You've been running on the treadmill for 45 minutes, your legs feel like jelly, and you finally finish, hoping the scale will show the result of your sweat and tears. But then you step on the scale, and nothing. It's like the universe is laughing at you. Good job. It says, you burned 500 calories, but guess what? Your body isn't playing by those rules. Here's the secret. Your body adapts. It becomes more efficient at cardio, which means you're burning fewer calories over time. So what happens? You end up stuck in a fat loss plateau. That's right. Your body starts to resist all those hours you're spending on the treadmill, turning your efforts into wasted energy. And let's face it, if you're going to waste energy, it better be on something you enjoy, like eating pizza. You want to break out of the plateau? You need a new strategy. Enter strength training. We already know muscle burns more calories than fat, so the more muscle you build, the higher your calorie burn. And guess what? Your fat loss keeps ticking along, even when you're not working out. Sounds like magic. It's not. It's just good old science. Let's wrap this up. Here's the deal. If you're still running like a hamster and wondering why you haven't lost the fat you've been dreaming of, stop. It's not about cardio. It's about building muscle. It's about lifting weights, doing some resistance training, and pushing your body to grow stronger. And that, my friend, is how you get lean, toned, and fit. Cardio. Sure, if you want to feel like you're about to collapse in a puddle of your own sweat. But if you want to melt fat, look strong, and keep burning calories even when you're sitting on your couch, it's time to build muscle. The truth is out, and now you're in the know. So, let's ditch the myth about cardio for fat loss and start doing things the right way. Because at the end of the day, we all want results that actually stick.